This season we get to watch Andy kind of get herself unstuck. She was kind of in sinking sand, and so we watch her struggle to recover. Without giving too much, we see her almost pull a 180. I think all of us experience this when we go through a breakup or a traumatic experience. We just want to do the opposite thing, whatever that looks like. We don't even care. So we witness Andy do her opposite thing, and what that looks like may or may not be better for her. But you'll have to see. It's an interesting 180 to watch, that's for sure.
Danny is, I mean, it's really subtle. Like, I think the audience will see a lot of her familiar traits, but they'll notice that some things are a little different. Like, season 1, she's ready to cuss people out for other people. This season, she's like, haven't we already talked about this? So she's got her own business, child. So, she's just really trying to work on getting herself to a place in life where she can own everything and not feel just underwhelmed or unsatisfied with her own, like circumstances, including rodeo. He's great, but it's like,
I got you.
It's a man.
Well, in the first season, you watch a young man by the name of Zach who's trying his hardest to be everything he thinks he has to be for Karen. And at the end of season 1, you see that Karen decides to make a choice for herself, which I think is very important, to try and build a relationship with someone else and kind of let Zach simmer off a little bit. So season 2, you get to see Zach start to make decisions for himself. He's no longer chasing after what Karen wants. You see Zach start to come into his own, which I think a lot of people were asking for, because as men, we often want to see growth on ourselves first before we try to even be with someone else. So you get to see Zach come into his own and stand up for himself and be the version of Zach that Karen ultimately says she wants.
Oh, wow. Okay, definitely looking forward to that. Because, with the whole situation that happened last season, just tell us about, I guess, his growth from it this season that we'll see.
Yeah, for sure. I think that healing is a word that comes to mind when I think about Maurice's movement into season 2. And it's not just about physical healing. I think it's a healing of many proportions. We are able to see him learn from what mistakes he made or what signs he missed, and move into a more confident place. And also understand how, the advice that he gives to people, he may need to take himself. And we see him flourish because of it, without giving too much. And we see a lot more of him. We see a lot more of his in his life. So it's really, really, really exciting. It was exciting to play and to watch it unfold.